Hello everyone, this is the lovely Miss Dime, and I want to talk about the behavior of women and what happens when it gets out of pocket. Being female is a wonderful thing. I enjoy being female. We have a lot to offer this world. We give birth, we help build homes, add emotional stability and harmony into a house. We're pillars of the community. We play so many important roles. But what happens when we're not on target? When we're so far off to the left that it's not beneficial to us, it's not beneficial to the people around us. Let's try to step it up a little bit. And I just want to say that being female doesn't give you the right to show your tail, because many women are under the delusion that because they're female, nobody can check them. Because they have an XX chromosome, they're supposed to be exempt from being told you're out of pocket. And some of those women want to loud talk a man and try to get up in a man's face as if it's two men having a conversation, and then get mad when they're called out of their name. And I do not condone anybody disrespecting anybody regardless of a gender. But see, the reason that I don't have a problem that much with the B word is because sometimes when it's used, the person doing the behavior at that time is embodying exactly what the words means. If you are throwing a tantrum just to get attention, you're calling a man, a real man that's handling his business, every name in the book, loud talking, being disrespectful, just being out of the box with a man that is doing the best that he can to provide a safe, loving, harmonious household, and you can't respect him. You deserve to be called a B. If every time somebody is around you, all you do is bring discord and drama and negativity to the situation, I'm sorry, but you are a B. You are. And I know that people expect me to be on a woman's side and be like, yeah girl, and high five it, but I can't high five negative behavior. I can't high five grown women throwing tantrums like they're 5-year-old children, throwing themselves on the floor in a grocery store because somebody told them no. And I think it starts as a child. Some parents are just so glad to have a child, let alone a girl, and they treat the person as though they are just the creme de la creme and like they're porcelain dolls. And I don't blame a parent for doting on their children, but one thing you should not do is raise a spoiled brat. People need to be told no. People need to be given boundaries. And when you coo and caw and co-sign negative behavior, when you co-sign a young woman being disrespectful, being belligerent, being a beast, just not even human, acting like an animal instead of an intelligent Homo sapien, you are raising basically somebody who's not going to have any respect for authority, no respect for themselves, and no respect for people around them. If you want to give kudos to everything the woman does, as if it's cutesy, it's going to cause a problem. Some things are just not cute, and people need to be able to be told that. You can't throw a tantrum every time somebody tells you no. Every time somebody disagrees with you, you can't raise your voice and want to talk out your neck and roll your neck and snap your fingers and get up in somebody's face just because somebody disagrees with you. You can't want to curse and holler and scream just because you can't be the center of attention all the time, and nobody is gonna bend and twist and contort to your will. Things don't happen like that. People like that were probably raised to get their way all the time, and when the world says no, it's a problem. And on to growner issues, like when you get an advanced degree, just because you get that advanced degree doesn't give you the right to talk down to people, particularly a man, just because you are more educated. I have a degree, letters behind my name, but I would never get to a point that I think I'm so much that I need to undermine a man and wave a degree up in the person's face. It's a way to do things. You can communicate with somebody effectively by not talking to them like they're less than you. So what? Be glad that you have a man in your life that is willing to do the things that a man does, treat you with respect and honor you, because that is getting to be few and far between, because females are just lowering their standards and not walking in a queenly manner. They're being common. That's why men are stooping much lower. Some men are stooping much lower because that's the quality that's out there. People don't demand more in terms of attitude. It doesn't matter how pretty you are. It doesn't matter how well you pop, lock, and drop it, and how tight your vajayjay is. So what? That doesn't give you the right to gold dig on somebody, expect for somebody to maintain you, like get your hair and your nails done simply because you laying it down and because you're their woman. How about getting a job and taking care of yourself, learning how to be self-sufficient? I pay for my own maintenance. I don't expect that from a man. I get help from family members because I'm doing the right thing and they don't mind helping me. But I realize at my age, I'm not a child anymore. I'm not entitled to that. Their legal obligation to me ended when I graduated from high school. If a parent wants to do something beyond that age, that is a privilege and it's not a right. And of course I was socialized to believe that I'm a princess, but I don't take it to the head and approach anybody any kind of way just because I'm an adult. I have a check and balance system in my life too. I have people that tell me, no, Miss Dime, what you said and what you did was inappropriate. What you said and what you did was offensive. And I really want to have people in my life who will be real enough to let me know when I'm not doing something right. I don't want people to co-sign everything I do and I'm never accountable. You have more to offer the world than just what is between your legs. You are beautiful, you're intelligent, you have a contribution to this world, And just because you have a vagina, people don't have to bow down to you. People don't have to be at your beck and call. People don't have to worship you. I would tell my son, I would give him the game. I would say, I'm not giving you license to go and sleep around, because I would hope that you would be exclusive to one woman, pick your queen, and be loyal and faithful to that person and make a commitment. But let me explain something to you, my beautiful, handsome son. P is readily available. You don't have to put up with crap just because a woman is laying it down. There is always somebody who can do it better. If a woman does not respect you, let that go. I don't care if she has a face like Jill Marie Jones and she's built like Buffy the Body or Lola Love. It still is not licensed enough for you to throw away your self-esteem and your dignity. If she is at a restaurant and she is loud talking you, I mean, you don't throw a tantrum or a scene, but when she gets in the car, you let her know that what she did was out of pocket and she gonna get some exercise today because she walking home. I don't think that somebody should be allowed to mistreat somebody simply because of their gender. I'm not talking about supporting a mangina, which we've already defined that in my previous videos. That's another topic, and you can go back if you're confused on the meaning of that. I'm talking about a real man, a prince, a king, people that should be uplifted and celebrated and revered. I'm not talking about no low quality person. If you have somebody in your life like that, cherish that. And we're going to also discuss how those women deal with other women. You don't have to be in competition with somebody else. There are always going to be beautiful women in the world. I consider myself to be one of them, but I know I'm not alone. There is a world full of beautiful people. All of my friends, all of my sisters, all of my adopted sisters are beautiful women. Am I jealous or intimidated by them? No. I compliment them all the time, and I don't feel that that doesn't take anything away from me as a woman. Some women will not befriend women who they consider to be pretty because they don't want anybody prettier than them in their circle, and that's pathetic. Everybody has a gift and a contribution to the world. Like, some women can throw down in the kitchen. I can't cook, and to be honest, I'm a prima donna. I really don't have any interest in doing it, and I know that I've lost many points with men, but I think you should keep it real with people and let them know out of the gate what you're about. And if that's what you want, if you want Betty Crocker, don't pick me. Plain and simple. But trying to compete with a woman and be negative to a woman and get up in a woman's face because you feel that when you bring your man around her, she's looking your man up and down and trying to get him. Check the insecurity in your life. Don't make it about the other woman. I'm my own competition. Nobody can compare me to anybody else because I know I'm on point. I know what I have to offer the world. There is nobody that can convince me any different. And older women, I know that some people are going to have a problem with me because they feel that I don't have the age to be able to speak about it, but some of y'all act your shoe size and not your age. And just because you've spent X amount of years on this earth does not entitle you to mistreat somebody. Just because you're a caregiver and just because you're in your golden years doesn't mean you get to say whatever you want to say to someone. You don't have to run your house like a prison in order to be regarded as an authority figure. It's supposed to be a warm, inviting place. When you are cold and you are standoffish and you are bee-ish, you shouldn't expect somebody to want to be around or be involved. That's just silly to me. The attitude and the antics are not necessary. The whining, the griping, the complaining, all of that, I don't have the patience for it. I'm getting too old for it. Lord help me. Lord help me with some people, because I see why some men get so frustrated. I see why some men just walk out. Because let me explain something to you. Every man is not gonna walk away. Every man is not raised to walk away. If you piss the wrong man off, don't be surprised when you get backhand. Even though I'm not a violent person, some women have gotten me within inches of backhanding them, sucker punching them. Really, I don't want to have to take it there, but some people don't understand rational level conversation. They need you to take it to the street on them for them to be able to comprehend it. I can have patience with people who don't understand, or for whatever reason they have a condition that prevents things from clicking with them. I don't mind explaining, but when I know that you are an intelligent individual of sound mind and you have enough or should have enough sense by this age to be able to understand basic concepts like knowing how to communicate effectively and conduct yourself like a lady and not an animal, I don't have patience for that. Help me, because my BS meter is very sensitive. I'm a very nice person, but don't cross me either. I have no qualms about twilighting people, biting their neck and drawing blood. People will push you to that point. And if I were a man, some of the things that I've seen men put up with, I wouldn't put up with in my own house. I would have those women's clothes thrown on the front lawn, lingerie, satin panties, boy shorts, do-rag, satin cap and all would be in the middle of the lawn. Nobody has to settle for being, no man should have to settle for being queen of his castle instead of king. No man should settle for letting a woman make an ankle bracelet and some earrings and a necklace and a ring out of their testicles. Man up and let some of these women know, no, you're not going to get away with anything you want. You can't have everything you want. You're not going to dig into my pockets and dictate to me what I'm going to do. My word counts as much in this house as anybody else's. I'm the patriarch. In the Bible, it says that the man is the spiritual head. You're not just going to undermine my authority in my own house. I would assert that if I were a male, and any woman who cannot understand that needs to be told, let the door hit you where the dog should have bit you. I totally support a man saying enough is enough. I've tried. I've been patient. I've sat down and I've talked to the woman, and she just wants to act like the Tasmanian devil. Before I lose my religion up in here, let me just leave. I support that if you're being a decent person. The attitude and the drama has to come to a stop. And it's not going to be tolerated in Dimeville. I don't care how old you are. I don't care if you're 5. I don't care if you're 50. Oprah has her life class. Welcome to Dime 101. That's just the way it has to be. You heard of the ghost whisperer and the horse whisperer. Well, I'm the bee whisperer. I'll break a bee down. I'm not scared to do it. Being in pain doesn't give you the birthright to be a bee. Having a rough life doesn't give you the birthright to be a bee. Having challenges in this world doesn't give you the birthright to be a bee. So what? Nobody has a monopoly on pain. Nobody. And who do you think you are that you're better than somebody to give attitude and sarcasm and straight up rudeness to people and foolishness with a capital F? That type of stuff makes me lose it. I just had to get this off my chest because this is a message that a lot of people need to hear, and some women are too afraid to address it because they don't want to get kicked out of the sister club. I don't care if I have to stand by myself. I don't mind. Some things just need to be called out. It's pointless. At a certain point, you know, when in the Bible it says something to the effect that when I was a child, I did childish things, but when I became a man, I put childish stuff away. And when I get to my points where I'm out of pocket, like I said, I have a system support group of checks and balances that will pull me in line. Some people need to have that for themselves, because some behavior is ridiculous with a capital R, and I have a low tolerance for that, especially for adults. Maybe with children, maybe, depending on the particular challenges that they're going through, and because when you're children, you're at a tender age in your emotional development, and the area of your brain that controls morals and reasoning is not fully developed. So on that level, I will give children a little bit of leeway. But 3 times 7 plus 2 times over, no, the patience is not there. Well, I just had to be honest. I don't really care if I'm out on a limb by myself. Right is right and wrong is wrong. Some people are too afraid to address it, but I'm not afraid to address it. If I lose some female friends, so be it. The most important thing is to be honest in this world. Well, that's enough for today. Talk to y'all later.